There's a bit of a theme runs in our house, and that is homemade food. Homemade, quite often homegrown. None of this shop bought stuff. So the Hobbit makes pastry. She's rather good at it. There's always more room for practice. So not so much practice, but keeping up her technique. You know, you've got to keep your skill set going, haven't you? So today we're having steak and ale pie with puff pastry in it. With puff pastry lid. Whoa, bloody lovely. We look forward to that. Not much is going on this morning. I've been doing some stuff on the computer, bits and pieces. Oh, Jesus Christ. The dogs are full of it. They've shut the road again, so lorries have been slowing down, waiting for their turn to go up the road here. So the dogs are in and out, barking their heads off at people outside. If I can get one of them in, I will introduce you to one of them, because I did get an email request. Let us know a bit more about your dogs. They're parked out here now. Tongue out Monday. This little Muppet is called Ludo. And he is a Muppet as well. One of the biggest Muppets going. He is a Bruno de Jura cross with possibly a Labrador. Well, we think quite likely. Oh look, the cupboard door's be open behind me. You can see all our wares. Oh Jesus! And he's got muddy feet. We ended up with Ludo. We wasn't going to get another dog. When I moved in with Tina, I had a German Shepherd, loveliest dog you've ever met. He was like my shadow for 10.5 years. I say for 9 years, because after I moved in with the Hobbit, he became her shadow. He was very loyal, wasn't he? But he was he wasn't well trained. He was well behaved. He used to do everything. You'd tell him to sit, and he would stay there until you called him. Not like this pillock. So anyway, he died, unfortunately, and it was heartbreaking, really. And in the mornings, the Hobbit would be outside on the patio, and I'd open the window, and normally I'd shout out to the dog. So I go to shout, and he's not there. So, and then you see his food and water bowl on the floor. Anyway, we had some music matters to deal with. I was playing in the band at the time, and we went over there, and they ran a kennels and cattery. Big mistake. So I'm chatting music with Andy. Sharon takes the Hobbit off to the cattery. I says, we're not having a bloody cat. Don't mind cats, but I don't want one. Anyway, as they're walking up to the cattery, Sharon opened the door to this kennel, and out comes this 6-month-old puppy, attached itself to Tina. She was trying to ignore it as they walked up to the cattery, but he was stuck to her like glue. As they come back, Sharon said, let's just go and let him and see Ben. Of course, Ludo comes running and jumps straight in my lap, didn't he? Next week, we went and picked him up. So that's how we ended up with Ludo. He is a rescue. He was found wandering in the woods. We believe the chass had him. That's the story we was told. He was found wandering in the woods. But he'd be no good as a chass dog, because he's absolutely frightened of everything. Any bangs, anything like that. You wouldn't think it, the way he barks at people going up and down the road. But we've had him now since 2013. Yeah, we've had him since 2013. He did end up being a little bit porky because...
Did Parker die in 2013 or
2012? How old is he? He's
11.
He's 11 in 3rd of March.
Yeah. So we've had him since 2012.
Yeah, we've had him since 2012. Tina's mum did spoil him a little bit, and he did get rather fat. We ended up with Kira. When Tina's mum died, the plan, Ludo had never been left on his own, and we didn't really want to be taking him to work. I found her online. Dutch couple had her, and they needed her to go to a good home where she can't get out because she used to run off. Turns out they was chaining her up. She was skin and bones. So they was chaining her up because they couldn't enclose their garden. They had like public footpaths through the thing and everywhere. So they was chaining her up, but to feed her, they just chuck the food on the grass. So she'd have to sort of hunt for it, but then all the other dogs that weren't chained up would come in and eat her dinner as well. Anyway, we ended up with her. We thought she'd be a good match for Ludo. We could leave him in the garden. First day in the garden, she got out. Blocked that hole out, she got out. Blocked that hole out, she jumped over the gate. So we ended up taking them both to work. And so that buggered all the plans up. So we've now ended up with 2 dogs that are both a pair of complete numpties. And that's why we call this place the Mad Dog Farm, because of these 2 idiots. So she's a year older than Ludo. She is a Boscheron crossed with probably a Shepherd. She's got a lot of German Shepherd in her by the looks of her shape and everything. She was 2 years old when we got her. Just over 2 years old when we got her.
We got her in 2014.
2014 we got her. She's a year older than Ludo. But she was rescued by the Dutch couple. So she's had a bit of a life. I mean, dogs don't remember it, do they? But, they have got it bloody cushy now, haven't they?
She wouldn't go
Jesus.
back.
So I'll probably try and grab some more footage of these 2 for this video. And then that's our little dog episode pretty much done.
There we go. That's ready.
You right there, Ludo? Are you a good boy? Ludo. Really? Elusive.
It's sliding, isn't it?
I don't think so.
You're going to have to explain this one now. Go on, because they're going out for some exercise.
Yeah, all right.
Do you want me to
What do you
hold
want?
it while you do it?
What do you want? Ludo, what do you want? Go on then. Is that good? Look at that, battery's at 99% already. Water heater's on, look, 1.8 kilowatts. Panels are bringing in just over 2.2. So as you've just seen from that solar, we're doing quite well. Batteries are at 100% almost. It's only 20 past 11. It is quite bright out there. It is a little bit hazy over the back there, but whether that's... If we put more load on the inverter, we'd be pulling more power in. So at the moment, it pulls in just a little bit more than it requires.
Do you want me to test it?
No, we know how it works.
No, I mean how much it's actually pulling in.
No. So yeah, solar's looking pretty good. Gonna have a spot of lunch shortly, and then we're outside. I'm doing some shooting today out on the range for a video for my other channel. I will show you a little bit of that on this little daily vlog, just as a day in the life sort of thing, innit? But I won't get too involved because that'll be over on the other channel. If you're interested in shooting and stuff, check out the Mad Dog Air Guns channel. I know some of you like a bit of shooting. This is just gonna be like air gun shooting today. Nothing, no shotguns, no 22 long rifle or anything like that.
Oh, it's I was thinking it was.
Oh, and there's a lorry coming up behind him, look. Christ, they're taking loads away, aren't they?
Yeah. Mind you, it does all need doing, doesn't it?
So in answer to the question the other day, why is the road closed? There's your answer. They're just scraping out the ditch, or sort of the grass verge, so that it falls from the road down into the ditch. That little bit over the road always fills up. And at one point it filled up, and then the farmer's house over there, they've got an underground garage. French are renowned for building stuff in a hill. So they dig all the ground out, put a garage in the bottom with a basement, or basement garage, whatever. Build the house on top of it, and then they fill all the sides back in, and then... But anyway, they're slightly higher up, but even their garage filled up with water because the ditch filled up. It flooded their drive. Now, there is a pipe that goes underground from the farmer's drive under the road and should exit into our garden and then run away. Not, you know, doesn't bother us, but it's all blocked up, absolutely solid. So I don't suppose they'll be doing that on this little job. Glorious sunshine out here at the moment. The Hobbit has taken the mutts out round the lake. I'm doing a bit of shooting for my other channel, as I said. This one is absolutely amazing. It's only an air pistol, but it shoots pellets or BBs. And what you do, you load your... These are all pellet ones, so I've got some different ones indoors for BBs, but I like pellets better. You load a pellet up in the back of them. You load them into this, which is so realistic, it's unreal. It's a, you know, it's a single action. You have to pull the trigger back to fire it. You put 6 cartridges in the drum, and away you go. And it is bloody accurate as well. Made by Crossman. This is a Remington 1875. Absolutely fantastic bit kit. Anyway, I say I'm not going to get too much into the shooting today. I've done a few videos on that channel. I've got some more shooting to do now before the Hobbit gets back. I've done the videos I wanted to do, but this one is just a bit of an extra. And I've got one here. Now, if anyone's into a bit of shooting, you'll all know what this is. That's a Crossman 2240 bolt action CO2. This is a 2.2 5.5mm. I've put an extended probe in it and a bolt handle, and it's got a different trigger, so a much nicer trigger. There's so many modifications you can do to that pistol. You can, you know, turn it into a rifle. They do a rifle version, but yeah, cracking bit of kit. I think they was introduced in 1949, and they've not really changed the design much in all those years, and it's still going. So I'm going to wrap this video up now. I hope you enjoyed it. A bit of outside as well. Bloody glorious out here at the minute. I've had to take my jacket off. But right, I'll get back to shooting, and I'll catch you all tomorrow.